Hey, what is going on, everybody? It's about 4:45. It's getting pretty dark, which means it's probably going to start to pour. If it's gonna rain, usually in the later afternoon, early evening is when it's gonna start. I am heading out. Got ants in my pants. Been in the condo all day. I did go down and swim some laps earlier, but I've been editing and just sitting in front of a laptop for the past 4 or 5 hours, so I need to go for a walk, rain or not. Gonna head up my street here, Sukhumvit Soi 26, and walk on down in the direction of the EmSphere Mall. I think I'm heading over to Soi 22. Maybe stop into Buddy's Bar and Grill, get a beer, something to eat. Let's go see what's happening. And we have a sign here for Bangkok's vibrant food hub, Chapter Market. You know, I've seen a couple of other chapter markets around town, but this one is on my Soi. A little bit of rush hour traffic getting from Rama 4. This is one of the streets that cuts through to Sukhumvit. It's heavily used. Well, sometimes I'm glad I'm on foot power. And absolutely no judgment on my part. If you're looking for a little more hanky-panky massage, you can come up here, top of 26. You have the Paradise, 26 Massage, Don Quixote, and on the other side of the street, the Dream Heaven. And here's one of the Rung Roon noodles, one of the three, all kind of right next door to each other. I think they're closing up, I think 5 p.m. And then this first little side Soi at the top here of 26 has a bunch of interesting Japanese restaurants, karaoke and snack bars. An ABC, Amazing Bangkok Cyclist. I think you can schedule some bike tours around town. Here's the Aries Hotel, wherever that is, 8 stories. Maybe a 5-minute walk to the Prompong BTS. And you have a 7-Eleven right across the street, and that is the larger Rung Roon noodles. Probably my favorite bowl of noodles in town. It's all pork. And I took the little shortcut through the alley here on Sukhumvit Soi 24/1. There goes the San Diego Padres hat. I think he was Korean. I know the Padres and Dodgers, they always seem to do games in Tokyo, and then they go to Seoul. I know they did last year anyhow. I'm not sure about this season. They played each other, and I think they both played the Korean national team. Plenty of traffic here on Sukhumvit. This is looking down towards the top of Soi 24. And this is a busy little intersection. Green light or not, watch yourself. Them bikes, they'll just come out of nowhere. That's the Prompong BTS. Up those stairs, you'll be in the courtyard for the M Quartier and Emporium Mall. This chicken stand is very popular right at the base. Always a line. Well, I think she's only open for 4 or 5 hours in the early evening. Now I could easily walk up Sukhumvit, and where you see the IKEA sign, that's the EmSphere Mall. Go a little further, take a left, and I'd be on Soi 22. But I am gonna cut through the park, and there's a side entrance to the EmSphere. I can walk through, catch a little blast of air conditioning, exit the side door on 22, and I'm right at my location of Buddy's on 22. There's also a Buddy's Bar and Grill, I believe, at the top of Sukhumvit Soi 20. There's one at the top of 8, another in the Siloam area, and one up in En Nut. Maybe I forgot one, but I've been in them all a time or two. goes the BTS leaving Prom, heading the short distance to Asok, where you can change to the subway if you need it, the MRT. The Asok BTS station is also the Sukhumvit MRT. And also in this park area, right across the street, you'd have to go to the BTS station to go up and over. But right there in the middle is Sukhumvit Soi 33/1. You got the Robin Hood on the corner. Probably my favorite pub in town. Next door is O'Shea's. And down the street, their sister property, the Royal Oak. That's also a good choice. They have a really popular Wednesday trivia night. Comedy club upstairs on Friday. Custard Nakamura, right next to the Royal Oak. Excellent Japanese bakery. And up on, I don't know what it is, the 6th, 8th floor is Flamenco at the EmSphere Mall. Latin-based music and nightclub, I guess. I think they also do salsa lessons in there, or at least they used to. From the distance, you can see the high-rise, the Le Raffine on Sukhumvit Soi 39. There's another one on 31. Where's the other one? It's on Soi 24. Beautiful, beautiful apartments. Very expensive. And many of them have a jacuzzi or I won't call it a swimming pool, but like a soaking pool out on the balcony. That's a little out of my league. It's a lot out of my league. Your name better be ending in Honda or Suzuki to rent one of those places. I think it's a 10 or 11 acre park down at the end of this jog path. Basketball hoops, volleyball courts, small skateboard park, playgrounds on every corner. There's a nice water feature in the middle. I'll take you over there and show you, but this is where I'm heading. This little side entrance probably closes at 10. Yeah, it says the mall is open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So I'm guessing this gate closes up. But you can cut through there, get a little blast air conditioning. There's all kinds of food options. Gourmet market here on the bottom floor. This is actually, I haven't quite figured out how it works. This is a little bit of like office building. There's an IKEA up there somewhere. And I'm not sure if it's the 5th floor. And I forget what it's called. There's a beachy vibe place. Let me see if I can get a picture with a pool. Yeah, right there. That is a swimming pool hanging over the edge. I guess nobody got that during the earthquake. I'm sure water was splashing out of there. Tribal Beach Club, that's what it's called. But that floor at the EmSphere, there are 10 or 15 more restaurants. It was Tribal Beach Club by itself forever. And the UOB, which is a bank, they have the naming rights on the concert venue up there. I think I've mentioned it in a couple of the past videos. Sting's coming to town here towards the end of 2025. All I've really seen there as I'm walking by are, I don't know if you call them K-pop bands, maybe they're Thai boy bands, that kind of thing, with huge lines. I saw Tom Jones was scheduled to play last year, and that never happened. I did do a video on opening day of the EmSphere probably a year and a half ago, and I followed Miss Thailand runner-up. They were showing her around, and I just kind of walked with her posse into the UOB Live. It's just a big kind of concrete area. Kind of remind me of like a hockey ring with some basic seats on both sides. Many people lay out enjoying the park. There's a swimming pool. It's not Olympic size. I would say maybe a half Olympic size off in this corner. You need to join some kind of rec league, and then you can swim there for a small fee. This is looking off in the direction of Sukhumvit Soi 24. That's the Oakwoods. Somewhere in that picture is the Hyatt Place. and I see the Stay Bridge down the way. My buddy stays there often. You could throw a baseball from my place to the Stay Bridge, although I'm on Soi 26. There's also a couple of shortcuts to get from the park here into that 5-star Marriott Marquis. Beautiful hotel. Many air crews stay there. It's over on Soi 22. I think I said it was on 22. I might have said 24. I'm heading over to 22 right now. And we stuck our head in the Hangover Bar right across from the Macro Food grocery store last night, and I've been in there, I don't know, countless times. Many of the air crews that stay at the Marriott Marquis, they'll go in there and have a little dinner. I've seen Lufthansa. I was talking to a guy, 787 captain for Oman Air. Real nice guy. And there's plenty of free workout stations all over the park. On the other side of the water is a section with a bunch of free weights. Different people have dropped them off over the years. They're a little rusty and well used, but it's free. And this little area right here, trip there. Last year was a beer garden. You know, I'm mistaken. It was on the over here on the Marriott side. Well, somewhere around here. I think it was here. Or maybe that beer garden will come back. And there's the hoops and volleyball courts. They're playing that game. I'm not sure what it is, a Thai game. It's kind of like a ball you kick. Cross between volleyball and hacky sack. So I better reverse course here and make my way back over towards Soi 22. Because Bangkok does not give you much warning before it starts pouring. Well, and there you go. It's called the M Wonder. Up on the, what does it say, 5th club? 5th club, the 5th floor, I'm sorry. And if I would have walked up Sukhumvit, that's it, straight ahead. Maybe a train will come by. Either way, right here is the side entrance off the park. Walk through the obligatory metal detector that every single person sets off. And you just keep walking. All kinds of cool little wine bars, and I don't know anything about this bakery. If I'm hitting a bakery, it's at Custard Nakamura near the Royal Oak. I read somewhere there were 300 places to eat here in the EmSphere. They don't have a super affordable food court, but there are many 30 and 40 baht meat on a stick options. There is a You Hunt We Cook here on the gourmet market on the left. Plus they have a really nice, I guess we'll call it a deli out front here. Items that are a little trickier to find, like honey ham. You can get yourself a couple of slices. They sell it by the kilogram. There's the You Hunt We Cook. I've had one meal in there. I always seem to be across the street at the M Quartier You Hunt or the Emporium. You can see some nice roast beef, chicken. I smell pizza. It's looking good. And there's the Seas Candy kiosk. Don't ask what it costs. It's about easily three times more than Seas in California. And that's the cost of getting it over here. So straight ahead, there's another side exit, and we pop out on Soi 22. And just as a survival strategy, not that it's that hot right now, I'm sure it's in the higher 80s. But anytime you can cut through one of these malls or even a hotel at times, thank you. That little blast air conditioning really helps. So I'm gonna go just off to the right. Where am I? Yeah, just off to the right is Buddy's. And we'll take you down and show you the macro food. And another great bar, the Hangover. I used to go to a meetup there. I can't remember if it was Friday night. I haven't gone in quite a while, but it's kind of an international meetup. Upstairs there at the Hangover. There's a bunch of massage on the left here. Kind of legit. I'll put it this way, you can get a legit massage, and you can probably also negotiate other things. Let's just leave it at that. And down the way, where you see that BKK 48, that's another massage place almost at the base of that. Our friend Apple, her bar, Keep in Touch bar. Good times. If you play darts, that's in the rotation of different leagues around town. There's the macro food. Now they only accept certain credit cards. I think a UOB. So don't take your US or Australian Visa in there. They're not going to accept it. Or take cash or scan your Thai bank app. That is the Hangover bar right there. Fun spot, good food. One of my favorite pork chop and mashed potato meals. You see the Holiday Inn at the end of the street. That is the corner of Sukhumvit and 22. So just walk on down here a short distance and you're at the Hangover. And if you go off to the right, just a 2-minute walk, you're at the Marriott Marquis on the left side. And just like my street, Soi 26, there is plenty of traffic here on 22, cutting from the Ramapur area back over to Sukhumvit. There's just no escaping Bangkok traffic at whatever time it is, 5:15 p.m. Weaving through traffic on these motorbikes is an easier way to go. And this is looking up towards that tribal beach club floor. And over here, that is part of the UOB concert venue. You can't get up there, it's unfortunate, unless you have a ticket to a show, but they have a really nice car collection. It's not huge, I'd say 20, 25 cars. A bunch of restored VW bugs and window vans. And then there are interesting rally cars. This is kind of a real popular place with Indian tourists. And there's some restaurants down the way. Hi. Yeah, it kind of gets a little Bollywood sounding back here as the evening goes on. There's the Honey House and the Together Bar. I think it was Johnny There's Something Happening. He was interviewing the oldest bar girl in Bangkok. I think she was 79 or something, and I think she hangs out in there once in a while. Kiki kind of has the look of a massage place, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I see some massage chairs for the feet, and Italian tucked away in the corner. I've told myself for years I need to try that place, but there's no shortage of good pizza around town. Just before I get to the top of the street, here's Buddy's Bar and Grill, and they'll light this grill on the last Friday of the month and have an all-you-can-eat buffet. It's 375 baht. It's delicious. They have really, really good chili in there. Now this branch is open air. I know the one at the top of Soi 8 and Soi 20 are air conditioned, but this is one of my favorite places to kick back and people watch late into the evening. Sure, it stays open till at least 2. So AC or not, it's a good place to kick back and watch all the comings and going of Bangkok. And And there's a string of little bars in the back there, but the young ladies are sitting out front. I don't want to stick a camera in their face. We are directly across from the side entrance. Actually, that's the main drop-off point for a taxi to the Holiday Inn on Soi 22. I'm a big fan of the Holiday Inns and the IHG credit card. I have a link at the top of my channel bar. If you want to check out any of the travel cards I use, I'd really appreciate it if you're up for a new card. If you use my link at no extra cost to you, full disclosure, I get, I don't know what it is on the United card. Maybe they give me 10,000 points if you successfully sign up. So I'd appreciate that. But that IHG card, which is Intercontinental Hotel Group, they own Holiday Inn and, of course, the Intercontinental Hotel. There's some beautiful options in Southeast Asia. I know the Holiday Inn Express in Pattaya, I want to say it's a Category 1. It's next to nothing to stay there on points, just that one credit card. Plus, I think it automatically gives you platinum status. I know we just checked in at the Holiday Inn, the main hotel in Pattaya, and they upgraded me. I think they're only supposed to do one level of upgrade, but I just had paid cash for a basic room, and they gave us a nice suite. So I think that was a 2 or 3 step upgrade. No complaints. A pretty nice menu. Mexican food, burgers and hot dogs. Probably my favorite chili dog in town. I've never tried the pizza here. Thin crust, 290 baht. I've had the Thai food here often. It's affordable and delicious. And I'm not a big fan of dip or snooze or whatever we're calling it. I know they sell it in here, and I'm not sure if that's readily available around town. It's Swedish, I believe. So if you're looking for Skull or Red Man, I don't know if you're going to find that here, but you might find something that's acceptable. And I've said it 100 times, as chaotic and as much traffic as there is in Bangkok, it's just an organized flow. Not a lot of honking. A lot of people letting people cut out of this Holiday Inn. They just understand that might be me tomorrow, trying to break into the middle of traffic. Here, it's not that big a deal. And a shout out to my buddy Willie. It was good to see him the other day. He made the move over in March, and I've been gone most of the time since he moved over. So we got together, had a beer. Good guy, good times. It's always encouraging to me to see other people kind of doing exactly what I did, coming over on a reconnaissance trip once or twice, and then going home and selling everything, come and moving on over. This is a great city. It's an affordable place to live. I know it's not for everybody, but there is just so much energy. I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's like New York City with 1980s, 1990s prices. There's a little something for everybody. I'm not gonna say it's all perfect. I really haven't ever been accused, but I'll hear other more bitter folks on YouTube saying, hey, these guys aren't telling you the truth. They're just telling you all the positive things about Thailand or Pattaya and on and on. And yeah, I mean, there's certainly negative things, but do the negatives outweigh the positive? Certainly not, for me anyhow. I mean, if you're a little less flexible, maybe that won't be the case. And I know people that move to California from other parts of the United States, and they can't get whatever local beer they can get in whatever state it is they're from, and they do nothing but complain. So yeah, they're going to be a little hard pressed with that mindset moving halfway around the world. But if you're 99% of the rest of the population, come on over here. Have a great time. This area on 22 has a ton of, I'll call them beer bars. They're go-go bars, or behind closed doors, set up more like a strip club. Beer bars are just that. They have a roll-up garage door. This is just a regular little bar restaurant. There are no ladies working in here, but 2 doors down, there are. And as you walk in, somebody's going to come over and bring you a beer and offer to sit with you and hope that you're going to buy them a drink. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to. I probably personally wouldn't hang out in a beer bar without buying somebody a beer, just out of politeness. You could even say, hey, you know, I'm meeting my girlfriend later. No problem, but let me buy you a drink. And she'll accept the drink and maybe not even sit with you because she has to sell so many ladies' drinks. Again, you don't have to do this, but these aren't public libraries. They're Bangkok beer bars, and they certainly don't expect you to come in there and be chatting up all the ladies and getting touchy-feely without passing out some ladies' drinks. So don't be put off by that. I'll read other comments on Facebook or even YouTube videos that I hate going into a bar and being attacked before I even sit down. It's, you know, we'll come over to a bar like buddies. Nobody's going to attack you. If you walk into a ladies' beer bar, that's what's happening there. So don't be surprised when they're trying to get you to buy them a drink. They have a quota to meet. And another thing that's pretty popular is playing pool, and the winner buys the ladies a drink. Sometimes her and her friend. Me, back when I was buying a few more ladies drink, I wasn't a big fan of the old, well, thank you for my second drink, but my friend hasn't had a ladies drink all night. How about you buy her a drink? You'll get that every now and then. You could politely say yes or no, or you can just leave the bar. But like I say, they're in the business of selling drinks. That's the name of the game. Now, if you don't want to deal with any of that, come to a place like Buddy's, O'Shea's, Royal Oak, Robin Hood. Those are just straight up pubs. Nobody's gonna ask you to buy them a drink unless it's just a friendly conversation. But those are just regular folks hanging out. They're not working. And if you're into pool or darts, there are all kinds of leagues around town. You don't have to necessarily be a heavy drinker. There's some drinking going on, that's for sure, because they're going from one bar to another. But even if you don't drink at all, it's probably a good social thing to get out, meet some friends, have something to do. Every Tuesday night, if it's a dart league, whatever. I know the Buddies Bar here on Soy 22, I think they have a team. My buddies play with the Blue Boar down on Sukhumvit Soy 20. Who else? That Keep in Touch bar. There's different leagues all around town. It's just for fun, hanging out, kind of a social event. So get out there. You know, it's not about going out and getting hammered every night. Just hang out, meet some other like-minded folks around town. You might meet your new best friend. And I just ordered up a Buddy Burger. Looking across the way, I'm reminded, what is the buffet there called? Ooh, Zeta Buffet? It's okay. But up at the Marriott Marquis down the street is the Goji Buffet. Delicious. And I've said it in other videos, but put an app on your phone, put these words all together: Eat, I, Go. And that will tell you when you can make a reservation for 40 or 50% off. Now, no surprise, on a Friday or Saturday, it's going to be at 4:30 in the afternoon or 9:30 p.m. and they probably close it at 10. But you can sit there and eat till 10:30. But check out that app on a weekday. I know I've gone into that Goji Buffet at 6 p.m. for either 40 or 50% off often. Now you have to be careful on the drinks. It's usually another 11 or 1200 baht free flow, which isn't too bad if that's where you're going to do your drinking. But if you've already had 3 or 4 cocktails before you head over there, you know, you might not get your 1200 baht worth. So you'll have to do that math. So that's looking pretty good. The Buddies Burger, a little coleslaw. They also have a junior burger. I forget what it costs. 275 baht, I think. Oh, kapung krap. So I am enjoying my dinner. The cooler Bangkok air. It's about 6 p.m. Another beautiful evening here, hanging out in one of my favorite cities in the world, Bangkok, Thailand. I appreciate you watching. I'll be out walking around and bringing the camera with me. Just day-to-day looks around town. Nothing fancy. Just real life here in Bangkok. So if that's something that interests you, consider subscribing or going back and taking a look at my different playlists. I'd appreciate that. So we'll see you later. You have a great, great evening. From Joe, the Eager Expat. We'll check with you later.